Hi, welcome back to another episode of Baking Geek. It's been a few weeks since my last episode. What's happened is we've done a kitchen renovation. It's very exciting. It's taken us about 3 to 4 weeks and I've got some people to thank. First off the bat is Colin Orr from Orr's Doors. I'll have to thank my Sparky Joseph, my plumber Khan, and also the tiler Stuart. He came along with Colin. So thank you to all those guys and everyone who's contributed to the kitchen. We've ended up with this brand new kitchen with all brand new everything. It's very exciting and I can't wait to do my first episode, which is right now. What we're going to be doing is chocolate chip muffins. I thought I'd do a simple one. This is something that you can pull off at home. I'm not even going to use the mixer today. We're just going to do it in the bowl like we did with the blueberry muffins. It's a slightly different recipe. I've got some cocoa powder I've substituted with the flour. It's basically the same recipe. Instead of blueberries, we're going to be putting chopped chips in. And that's it, folks. Like, it is such a simple recipe. You can do this at home anytime. You can knock it up in minutes. And I'm also going to be testing out my brand new oven. So, yeah, stay tuned. All right, so first thing we're going to do, I'll put my glasses on so I can see stuff. Anyway, there we go. Right. Okay, so always liquid in first. I've got some milk here. I've got some eggs. A little bit of vanilla essence. Vanilla's okay with chocolate. Imparts a very nice flavour. What sort of oil should you use? I had somebody ask me that in the blueberry muffin episode, and you should always use a neutral type of oil. You could use butter. I'm using canola oil today. You could use vegetable oil. If you use something like olive oil, it would impart a flavour into it and might not necessarily be great. You'd have that olive taste. I don't know how that'd go with choc chip, but anyway. Yeah, so you want to use a neutral type of oil. Okay, so we've got that. We've got our sugar. Always use sugar. Anyway, I always use caster sugar. Believe it or not, there is a big difference. Like, especially if you're boiling sugar to do pulling with, you'll notice how much cleaner caster sugar is than regular sugar. You don't get the scum on top that you have to filter off, sort of thing. So when I'm baking, I do use caster sugar all the time. Another thing is, I will flash the recipe up for this one. I'm substituting flour with cocoa. Now, with cocoa, you generally get what you pay for with cocoa. If you buy a cheap cocoa, it might be rubbish. So I tend to buy the good cocoa. Yeah, Dutch brands or anything like that you'll do a lot better with. You'll get that flavour out. Anyway, let's do it. Okay, so I'm going to do this in the bowl, same as last time. I'm going to get my hands dirty. So you put your liquid in first. There we go, make sure everything goes in. What a beautiful new black sink. Look at this thing, it's great. I love it. Anyway, yeah, start getting your hands dirty. Just bring it together with your 4 fingers. 5. Start bringing it all together. Use a scraper to bring that in on the sides. Okay, once you see it start to come together, you can lose the scraper for a second. And just give it a vigorous mix with your hands, just till all that flour is sort of combined. And that is literally it. That is how quick it comes together. Now, how much chocolate bits should you put in? That much. You know, like, you can go as little or as much as you like, folks. All right, today I'm using that much. Right, and just the same as before with the blueberry muffin episode, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you a hand technique to drop these. Pastry cooks have been using this technique for many, many decades. Yeah, so let's go. Let's drop these things. Okay, we'll do the little ones first. So first of all, you pick up a bit of mix in your hand like that, then you bring it up like that, and then you just drop it in. Just like that. Nice and easy. Look, I know this looks messy, but trust me. There we go. One more. There we go. You could probably fill them, I'd say, you could probably fill them about 75% of the way, not 100%, because, you know, it does have baking powder in, and like I've said before, I will flash the recipe up on the screen, so there's no need for me to talk to you about amounts and whatever right now. Okay, that's one tray out of the way. Okay, there we go. You can use a piping bag for this if you want, folks, if that's your preferred style. But really, you know, it's almost fun getting your hands dirty. Chocolate chip muffins. Here we go. We're almost done. You'll find as you get towards the end of the mix, the choc bits get a bit thinner, so it's okay if you want to add a couple more towards the end. Just to make sure that last muffin gets some. Okay, so I'd say this recipe is good for about, it's good for about a dozen or so. You know, if you go on the big ones, it's going to be good for about 12 to 15. Small ones, obviously a lot more. Okay. And that's it, folks. Literally, I've got 10 large ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 small ones. So there you go. And dirty hands. Okay. I'll see you in a couple of minutes. How are we going there, folks? Well, it's been about 15 minutes for the small muffins and about 20 minutes for the larger ones. I'm playing with my oven at the moment. I haven't really done a whole lot of baking in it. I use the fan force function on it at about 170. So that seems to work. So I prefer the fan force than the actual bake function. So anyway, that was a 170 on fan force. Yeah, there we go. Make sure when you test them, just as long as they're firm to the touch, they're fine. Okay. Anyway, folks, that's my first episode in my brand new kitchen. Hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button. See you next time. See ya.